Hey guys, this is Mark at Mid-Valley Greenhouse up here in Alaska. I wanted to go over something very important, and it's the customers have been bringing this to my attention. And Alaskans that have been here for a few years, you know better. But a lot of people that have just moved to the state or they just started gardening, I've actually been asked, it's like, is it safe to put stuff outside right now? And it's like, no, it's not. I'm going to talk specifically about my area. I'm kind of right at the edge of the Matanuska Valley, between Palmer and Wasilla. We're facing the inlet, and so I live in a pretty favorable area. And my old plant out date was no earlier than the middle of May for cold weather crops like peas, maybe some radishes, kale, spinach. You can get your onions out with some in good years, stuff like this. Generally speaking, Memorial Weekend, that's when you put stuff out. That's when you want to plan on planting your garden. And there's more than one reason. For one, we can always get that surprise frost. It seems like it happens so often. I have people come back in, they're like, "Oh, my stuff got frostbitten." And I'm like, well, I told you not to put it out. If you're out of this area very far at all, you're definitely risking it. Anchorage, it's a little better. It's just they have a few more frost-free days than we do right here in the valley. Another thing is the soil. It's very cold in Alaska. It takes a long time for it to warm up to where the plants actually like it, to where you can just transplant one, take your nice healthy start, and put it in the garden, and it just takes off. We don't want our plants to suffer too much, so keep in mind, there's plenty of time. We really do. They say we have a short growing season, but there is plenty of time to get your broccoli, your potatoes, all this stuff. There really is. So think about Memorial Weekend is when you plant your garden. And one more thing I want to add, my cutoff date in my old unheated greenhouse that I had for 20 years was around May 15th. Unless I wanted to throw some heat in there, and there's one reason. The plants suffered. They did not like the cold nights, period. And so, here as an owner now, I tend to stage things. I bring out stuff that goes in the garden in May, and so you take a nice healthy start and put it right into the garden, and it takes off. When you go in and you're getting these broccoli starts, they're like this tall, they look all big and beautiful, and they have a little tiny root ball. Those do not produce nice broccoli heads. Rarely, if ever. There's not enough root there to sustain it through the transplanting process. And we have a silty loam soil up here. It dries out very fast. Very difficult. You want nice starts, like yay tall. Somewhere in this, they do way better. They transplant perfectly. So remember these things. Don't get in too big of a hurry. Don't get suckered into, this type of stuff. It should be thrown away. I would never buy it. So I hope this helps. The last thing I want to see is people coming in and running into these problems when they really can be avoided. And if you want to put stuff out really early, you have to go through measures. You have to cover your ground to warm the soil. You have to do hoops over that to warm the environment around the plant. Lots of work, but it can be done, but there's plenty of time, folks. So keep this in mind, and we'll catch you later. Bye.